Manchester United could be 24 hours away from a transfer that reshapes their whole campaign. A firm offer is reportedly being prepared for Lewis Hall. Chouamini's situation has shifted again, and Michael Carrick has just made a call that changes everything for Marcus Rashford. Stick around because this one's loaded. Let's start with the problem United have been sitting on for over a year. Luke Shaw is the only true left-back on the books. If he goes down, there's nobody behind him. Mazraoui can cover, sure, but he's a converted right-back playing out of position, and everyone inside the building knows it's a patch job, not a solution. So who fixes it? Lewis Hall. That name isn't new. United scouts have had eyes on him for months, quietly, patiently, waiting for the moment the timing lined up, and that moment may have just arrived because Newcastle's world just got turned upside down. Eddie Howe is gone, and according to David Ornstein, that single change has revived a deal that looked completely frozen only weeks ago. Here's why. Under Howe, Hall reportedly wanted to stay and fight for his spot. He wasn't pushing for the exit, but with the manager gone, that loyalty might be gone with him. Ornstein says his sources inside Old Trafford are pointing to something concrete, a formal offer, not interest, not a scouting report, an actual bid. The figure being floated sits close to £35 million. That's not squad filler money. That's the price tag of a club planning to build around someone for the next 5 years. And the timeline? Even more telling. Insiders are reportedly hopeful this gets wrapped up early next week. If you've followed transfer windows, you know deals like this normally crawl for months. So if this one is genuinely close to done in days, that tells you both sides want it badly. But hold on, because not every reporter is painting the same picture, and that's where this gets interesting. If you're new here, hit subscribe now, because United's transfer window is about to get a lot messier before it gets cleaner, and you won't want to miss what happens next. Ben Jacobs, reporting for TalkSport, confirms United have been running checks on Hall as part of their left-back search, but he's quick to point out this isn't a fresh target, it's an old one gaining new urgency. And crucially, he says there's been zero direct contact between the two clubs, no calls, nothing on record. So which version is true, a bid landing days from now or a club still quietly gathering information? Probably both. Ornstein's sources are describing intent and momentum. Jacobs is describing an earlier snapshot of the same unfolding situation. Newcastle, meanwhile, are still pushing Hall to sign a new deal. They're not handing him over without a fight, and Hall himself is reportedly waiting to understand where he stands under incoming. Boss Matthias Jasel. So here's the real picture. A player in limbo, a club trying to protect its asset, and United hovering, ready to pounce the second the balance dips. That's not a finished deal. That's a countdown clock. Watch for actual club-to-club contact, because that's the moment this stops being a rumour and becomes a negotiation. And Hall isn't the only fire burning right now. There's a second situation building in midfield, and it might carry even bigger stakes. Chouamini. Real Madrid are reportedly closing in on Rodri, and a move that size usually forces someone out the door to fund it. Chouamini's name is now firmly in that conversation. Here's the part that should catch United's attention. Sources say the club is already comfortable with his wage demands. That's rarely just noise. Wages are usually the deal breaker, and if United have already cleared that hurdle internally, it means they've done real homework. So United's midfield future is currently sitting in someone else's hands, in a boardroom in Madrid, not Manchester. They can't force it. They can't out-negotiate a handshake deal that's already in place. All they can do is wait and stay ready to strike the instant that changes. Now for the story that isn't about chasing anyone new. It's about someone coming home. David Ornstein reports Michael Carrick's plan for Marcus Rashford is full reintegration, back into first-team training as early as Monday. We already knew this was building, but here's what's genuinely new. Carrick reportedly wants to actively work with him, not babysit him, not manage a problem, actually build with him. An exit is only happening now for a serious offer from a top European club, and even that door looks like it's closing fast. Carrick is reportedly prioritising squad chemistry this pre-season, with new midfield signings expected to arrive alongside Rashford's return. And Rashford himself spoke directly, calling United his home, saying he'll do whatever it takes to help bring trophies back, and that his heart never actually left, even while he was away on loan. That's the kind of statement fans have wanted to hear straight from him, not filtered through a press release. There's even a small gesture backing it up. Mathys Tel is reportedly giving up the number 11 shirt out of respect for Rashford's return, according to Sky Sports. Small detail, but at a club like this, shirt numbers are rarely just administration, they're a message. And Ben Jacobs left fans with one more line worth remembering. This transfer window is far from finished. So step back and look at the full board. A left-back bid that could land within days. A World Cup winning midfielder technically available but locked behind a contract United can't influence. And a homegrown striker walking back through the doors with the manager fully behind him. That's not one tidy headline, that's three separate storylines colliding at once, each one decided by people United can't control. They know exactly what they're missing: cover at left back, depth in midfield if the dominoes fall right, and a settled, motivated Rashford leading the line. The real question isn't what United want, it's whether they can close all three before the window slams shut on them. So tell me, which one has you the most locked in? Hall's bid closing within days, the Chouamini theory that could flip overnight, or Rashford stepping back onto that training pitch with Carrick fully in his corner? Drop it below. This story is far from over.